Welcome to the video. Would you like to know how I made 700 to over 1200 SCU per hour with only a Mustang in the new Race for Stanton event? Well, I'll give you a quick rundown. It's not too hard. All you'll need really is a flight suit, helmet, the large tractor beam, and a max lift just for moving crate. As you can watch the video, we're going to be taking certain missions that are usually, this is Crusader, this is ArcCorp, so we're doing recover, large shipment. These missions basically have you go to a location and there'll either be a Caterpillar or a C2 that you recover. I think the intention is for you to actually fight all the waves, but I found the best strategy for me was just to fly in fast with a Mustang, eject, get on the ship and get out of there before the enemies blow it up. The ejection strat is pretty tough to get used to. I just put in some subpar runs just to get a good baseline average, so some of these I might be a little far away from my target, so here we are pulling in. So ejected probably about 400 meters below the ship. Let's see where it puts us. Yeah, so 160, not terrible. Once you really get it down, you can get within like 20 meters, and then I was doing missions in under 6 minutes start to finish. It's tough, but you can do it, and you can just make a ridiculous amount of cargo on it. But yeah, you don't have to use the tractor beam. I just use it sometimes to kind of get me close to where the little button is to open it. Basically, we're gonna open it, run as fast as we can to the pilot seat, which is why I use the undersuit. I found if you're wearing armor, sometimes it makes enough of a difference where they actually blow you up before you get there. You see me looking down to the right, it's because I have a touchpad with some power on commands and stuff, so basically turn the ship on, we're going straight to quantum. Gonna quantum to anything we can that's in sight and easy to calibrate. So yeah, we're gonna jump, get out of jump. We're gonna plot a course right to, is it Bajini Point, and then we're gonna go drop this cargo off. So we'll just kind of chill out here for a minute or two. And you'll see that I actually abandoned these missions. You can abandon them; they'll show up faster. I already did all the 4 corporations for this, so I'm basically just stacking some cargo for those in need and people and friends. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this event. It's a shame it came out in such an abysmal state, like everything seems like, but it's fun, and I like the direction of it. I just, wish they could execute a little better sometimes. And then all these runs that I put together, I would say there's probably only one good run in them. I just wanted to give average runs, so you're not coming in thinking you're gonna make like 2,000 SCU per hour. I would say I probably average, on these runs, I think I averaged close to a little over 12 SCU per minute. Some days I get up to 15. It just really depends on how good I am at the ejection, how the servers are running, if there's people waiting in the queues for landing and stuff like that. One important note is when I land, you are gonna see how I park the Caterpillar. Basically, I jam it as far forward and to the left as I can, not only for unloading, but when you actually call the Mustang, it'll actually fit underneath the Caterpillar. And then when we leave and come back the next time, the Caterpillar will despawn, so it's nice, saves us time of trying to get rid of the ship and free up some space in the hangar. And I'm not a fantastic pilot, so if you're skilled, you could probably do this even faster. I just kind of got bored of moving boxes around, dealing with broken elevators, so I figured this was the next best step for me, and I ended up having
Hey,
a lot of fun for it
this is
once I
Elle.
figured it out. It was nice
You
to
know,
see
from
something
Hardcore.
you
Saw that you
come up
cancelled
with
the
in your head as
contract.
theory and then put
What
it
the hell?
into
Next time,
practice
only
and it
take a
works.
contract you plan on doing, okay?
Yeah, so, yep, landed safe. I opened
Hey,
the
what
cargo
happened? I
doors
thought you were gonna do the contract.
early. If you don't
You know
have a
what?
key
It doesn't
binding for that,
matter.
I think
I
on the
still need to find someone
Caterpillar
else to
it's
do the work.
like right
Enjoy
on
your time off, I
the
guess.
the
Hey,
control
it's Arkle's favorite
steering wheel, whatever
contractor.
you want to
Not
call
to
it.
get ahead
It's
of ourselves, but
I
as
think
soon
it's
as
by
you
the
finish
red
this
button.
contract,
But
I've
yeah,
got like two
so we're gonna
more I
move
can use
that.
you on. So
Don't
probably shouldn't be
sometimes I
wasting
forget
time,
about
right?
that
We'll
first
talk
box
later.
there, that little one SCU, and then I'm like, why isn't this moving? So don't forget that. Accidentally jumped on the ladder. Do that quite a bit. But yeah, boxes actually stack now since the hotfix, so that kind of makes it a little easier to do this. Before I had to really be careful about spacing everything out on the, you know, just one layer high, so it would actually take it, but you don't have to worry about that anymore. It makes it a little easier. I just kind of chuck them on there because I'm lazy. But yeah, this server was a little chuggy, as you can see. There's a little bit of delay and stuff not always working quick. But yeah, so the Caterpillar is the better of the two, just because it's 123 SCU. The C2 is 111. I think the Caterpillar overall is easier to get out safely and load and unload. So we're gonna send this down the freight elevator. If you have the contract, you know, it'll update right there, but I just input it in storage to have, and then I'm gonna call my Mustang Alpha. It's got a 40-second claim time or instant if you expedite it for basically nothing at this rate. The mission more than pays for it. But yeah, and then I have some other junk in there, but there's some cargo I've been collecting from the day. You don't have to send the elevator up, I just do. I don't know why. I just do it. It probably makes literally no difference at all. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for the Mustang to come up. You know, feels like an eternity when you're in a hurry. So where are we at? So we're about that run probably took about 7 or 8 minutes in total. If you include the time of getting in the hangar, getting out, all that stuff. So here we are on to the next one already. I already have the contract. We'll just take a little jump down there. Yeah, and then we'll just hop in the Mustang. Stuck under the Caterpillar, no big deal. You can just get in and move it a little bit. The C2 is a little tricky. You might want to close the ramps on it, but usually I just risk it because I'm like, whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna open the hangars. I route it just because it's easier, and I feel like it's a little quicker when you're not looking for 9 million quantum points. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to this section. We'll see. I don't really remember this one. We'll see how I do on the ejects. I know this was pretty terrible ejection runs on my part, but that's alright. I was just trying to record to get some videos out there if anyone was interested in doing this event. You know, and sorry if the quality's not great. I'm not like a professional YouTuber or anything, so don't really have time. Would love to be, but that's a lot of work. Yeah, so I fly in nav mode. Basically switch to SEM mode more as for a space break so I can gauge where I'm gonna go. This one looks like it's gonna be a little better. Oh yeah, this one's nice. So let's see how far. Yeah, it's still pretty bad, about the same, 150. You can really get it down though. The C2, you can either go in the front or the back. or the side. There's an elevator, well, the bottom. Um, I found going up the ladder had some problems because like you go up the ladder, you get off the ladder, then it puts you back on the ladder, and sometimes I found that that made just enough of a difference I couldn't get the ship out. So I like to use the elevator. I've seen it seems to be a little more consistent. So yeah, we're just gonna pop the elevator down, go through here, and then wait patiently as your ship's getting shot. Well, not your ship, but the ship. Bad dash. I do like the sound effect they added for the quantum enemies coming in. Lets you know that they're there. Yeah. So this one, I noticed this one, there's a little more delay when you get in to try to turn it on. So yeah, I had to hit the button like 3 times to get it to turn on. I turned on, put max power to shields just to try to give it anything. Switch to quantum. Once you get moving like this, you're usually pretty good. There's so many asteroids and stuff for the NPCs to get hung up on. You can make it out pretty quick. Yeah, same thing. Drop out of quant. We'll go right back to Bajini. And these missions show up at all 4 corporations, so you can do them for anyone. I did them, used this strategy from Microtech, and got it done. I don't even know. I think I was done in 2 or 3 hours, start to finish. Here I'm just doing it at ArcCorp, just testing some different things and seeing if there's any differences between the locations, but it seems pretty standard. Yeah, and this is why I always plot my route, because it drives me nuts trying to find even if you know where you're going, it seems like you can't find it sometimes. And then always when I come into the space station, I always try to aim at something that's not the space station. So in case you mess up, you just drift past it instead of smacking into it and popping. Yeah, so here I'm just looking for a mission, nothing shows up. Just gotta be patient. I think they refresh like every 2 minutes or something like that. So
what the hell? Next
yeah,
time
here I'm
only
just
take a contract
checking
you plan on
again.
doing, okay?
Yep, nothing. So sometimes when you're in the mobi-glass, it won't give you a marker for when you get your hangar. So usually it gives you something close, so I'm just kind of looking around trying to find my open hangar doors. You know, good old Star Citizen. There's never any bugs, right? Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, so you see that one's open, so I'm just gonna fly in it, see if it's my hangar. If it's not, the ship gets impounded, you lose your run, but it's so quick to do this. I mean, it's not a big deal if you lose a run here and there. And you still have time to do the event. I don't think it's gonna end within 2 weeks, probably. It'll probably be longer than that even. The C2, M2, whatever this variant is, I basically try to jam in this little nook over here. Boy, I did a horrible job on that one. You want to be a little more like perpendicular, horizontal, so you can load and unload easier. I probably should have picked some cleaner, more efficient runs to make this look better, but that's okay. You get the raw experience here, no filter. Yep, looking for the contract. Yeah, get our large cargo back isn't it? Yeah, so this, I think for ArcCorp it's recover large. cargo ship or something. But yeah, so no worries. I'm just gonna load. No point sitting there spamming, waiting for it to refresh. If you are trying to get contracts to refresh, if you just click between accepted and the tab on the left, it'll refresh every time you do that. So you don't have to like keep opening and closing the Moby glass. Yeah, pretty rough. Pretty rough on this one. You can track through these all the way to the lift. Sometimes I just get lucky and they roll down the ramp. Just really whatever you want to do. I don't know if it gives you the same hanger or not every time. You could probably park an Atlas and just do it like super fast, but it might add some more time getting in and out of the actual Atlas. That's another thing I do a lot sometimes is I'll use these big 32 SCUs to bulldoze the other ones closer. Yeah, just I was having some difficulties with this one. It seems getting it to snap. Yeah, this was a pretty... server wasn't great on this one. I was having a lot of weird, just little input delays and things like that. Yeah, I can't get this to snap either. So, man, I was having all kinds of difficulties here. Sometimes when you can't get it to snap like this, you can put it on top of another box or rotate it. Yeah, so I rotate it, get it, finally find a spot. The C2 honestly isn't as great, I think, as the Caterpillar. It just seems like the Caterpillar is just all around faster for this, but the C2, I mean, I don't know. It's still 111 SCU in a C2, so it's not bad, but I just think the Caterpillar is a better winner for this. I think I do remember this now. I was having trouble with these too. Yeah. Yeah, and then we're gonna send this down, call the Mustang again. If you really want to be safe, you should probably close the ramps on the Hercules, but I'm like, whatever, I risk it. It's not like I have anything to
Welcome to the
lose with the event right now.
System.
I'm sure you could do this really with any ships that eject, or even tanky ships. You could probably just park right next to this. I just found this was honestly, this was probably the most time efficient way I found. I didn't really try a lot of strategies, but I'm sure there's other ways you can finish this. Yeah, sometimes the C2 gives you a little entertainment, breakdancing. Is it the C2? I don't even know. I forgot to check to see if there was bombs in it. Maybe it's an M2. I don't know how to tell the difference on them. I don't fly them enough. Sent the Mustang flying there. And this is the Mustang Alpha. It just has a different livery on it. Just looks a bit different. I like it. I don't know. Looks cool to me, but I'm just a collector, I guess. Yeah, so I think I left 2 more missions in here for you guys to watch, just to see. I think I averaged what did I average on these? On these, I Took me about 38 minutes. That's 468 cargo, 12.3 SCU a minute, so 738.9 SCU an hour. You can really tighten up these times. I found my average with once I was doing these a lot, my average time was like probably 6 minutes for a whole run, start to finish. So yeah, you can really rack up the cargo with these, especially if you just don't want to deal with the elevator nonsense or people in your way, or you don't have a raft or anything like that. So, but yeah, let's check out this ejection. I definitely got scared of the missile there and ejected, so we'll see. Yeah, pretty far away. No big deal though. It just takes you longer to get there. It's not like they blow up the ship or anything. But yeah, I'll shut up the rest of the video just to give you guys some evidence and video of the doing more runs, just so you can see if you want to try it out or not. Thanks for watching, and subscribe or don't, it's your choice. Have a good day.
did you just quit the job? Do you have any idea how much extra work you just made for me? Whatever, I've wasted enough time dealing with you. Hey, did you just quit the job? Do you have any idea how much extra work you just made for me? Whatever, I've wasted enough time dealing with you.
Vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been moved. Your vehicle has been declared.
happened? I thought you were going to do the contract. You know what? It doesn't matter. I still need to find someone else to do the work. Enjoy your time off, I guess. Hey! This is Elle. You know, from Arcorp. Saw that you cancelled the contract. What the hell? Next time, only take a contract you plan on doing, okay?